Hello, I'm Reverend Kenny Callahan, the pastor of Metropolitan Community Church of Richmond. The sacred text for this coming Sunday service is taken from Matthew's story, the 5th chapter, verses 1 to 12. And I'd like to read just a portion of that sacred text to you today. It's the Beatitudes. Jesus says, "Blessed are those who are poor in spirit. The kingdom of heaven is theirs. Blessed are those who are mourning, for they shall be consoled. Blessed are those who are gentle, they will inherit the land. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will have their fill. Blessed are those who show mercy to others, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are those whose hearts are clean, they will see God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of their struggle for justice. The kingdom of heaven is theirs." Now, as I first read these Beatitudes, it doesn't seem like they're much of a blessing to me, and my hunch is to you either. But notice that Jesus doesn't say that being in these various realities is a blessing, but rather that God blesses those who are caught in these realities, which makes me also notice none of these persons would be called blessed by our culture today. Pitied, perhaps, but certainly not blessed. Think about it. Being desperate, or what Jesus calls poor in spirit, mourning loss, putting others first, what Jesus names as gentle. It's just not that these things aren't conditions we strive for, but that we do not consider those stuck in these realities to be blessed. Furthermore, we may like the idea that some people hunger and thirst for justice as long as they don't bother us. Don't expect us to change in order for the world to feel and be a more just place. Showing mercy sounds better as long as it's not interpreted as weakness. Purity of heart, maybe, as long as someone else's purity doesn't interfere with our goals. And while we may admire those who are willing to suffer for their beliefs, we don't necessarily consider them blessed. Yet Jesus calls them just that, favored by God. Meaning, when we are in these difficult circumstances and situations, we have God's favor, God's attention, God's care and concern. We must be clear. This does not mean in any way that God desires these conditions for us, but rather that when we are in them, God is present, supporting, caring, seeing, and blessing us. This teaching that God favors and cares for those that the world is likely to forget, if not despise, is the very heart and soul of Jesus' ministry and mission. He is, as Matthew refers to him, God with us. And so he starts his mission and ministry by gathering his followers on a mountain to give them a picture of the heart of God, who gives life and who blesses even those who seem most unlikely to warrant God's attention and favor. And by the way, that includes even us.